We did an intensive amount of garlic harvest this morning. This represents a little shy, around a third to a little less than a half of our garlic crop for this season. Really beautiful, happy, healthy garlic. And we got them out of the field, and now we're at the next stage, which is to process these. So if we left these crates in the sun, they'd be baking. I don't know, maybe folks want to share. Are there protocols that people use where they let it be in the sun for a while? But to my intuition, my experience, I don't want the sun to be baking the garlic for that long. So what we've done is brought them out of the field. They're in these crates, and then we're separating them into crates so that they can get a little bit of airflow, a little bit of sun, just so the surface of the skins are a little bit drier, a little dustier. And then we'll take these into the garage for our main processing. In our garage, we have our air drying system. It's a pretty low tech, but a little bit of mini tech involved. It's a box fan is the technical part, and these really simple wooden racks that we made. And I've talked about this in the past. If I can find the video, I'll link here if you're interested in the deeper discussion about that. But basically, these are roughly 2 feet by 2 feet. They have a 1/2-inch hardware cloth at the bottom and a little run in the middle to help keep the metal from sagging. And that's just stapled on. Very, very simple. Really simple handles screwed in so that we can grab these, and we can make a vertical stack of these garlics. And as long as we've got some bricks on the bottom so that the air being forced down, I just want to make sure when we're done stacking these that some debris or something, there we go, that tells me that air is moving through the whole stack. That one fan can take care of up to 16, up to 18 fully loaded flats here, and many hundreds heads of garlic per stack. Juan is doing the first step. We've all been taking turns at different parts, and is knocking off some of the surface soil that's getting the roots a little bit cleaner and the skins a little bit less laden with soil, and doing the first layer of decision making on what's what. So these are hardneck garlics that are going to be used for our own propagation, our own seed for the future. We try to set aside huge heads and also heads that have big cloves but got a little damaged. They don't look that great for shipping or for sharing with others, but will grow beautifully. So we'll assemble a bunch of these flats for our own future garlic planting. And then here he's delivering over to where Chelsea is working. Hello, Chelsea.
Hi.
Who is going through and cutting the roots off of these bulbs. So these have been graded out as really beautiful, really healthy, large cloves that can be planted by folks. So this is the quality of, or the size of the garlic, the hardneck garlic that we ship to folks or that people get locally. And she's trimming the roots off, peeling a little bit of the skin just to make sure there's no disease or pests or issues in there, and laying them nice and snug on a rack with a tiny bit of room between them. It's just one layer deep. And then here we're assembling the hardneck stack, and this will go right up to there and have a fan forcing air down and through. We found an easy thing that we need to do is when these fans are on here, this is missing it still, we pack in some towels or a t-shirt or something. Anywhere there's little gaps, we could probably do well to tape some sort of shroud that goes over this, that's weighted or wraps around. But really packing in some t-shirts or towels seals these. I can feel air coming out here, and so it's running less efficiently. But this is on the second setting. If it's a real wet time, we'll put them all on 3, and it'll be real loud in here for a few days. It uses, probably $5 worth of electricity. But it keeps them out of the rain, it keeps them out of the blistering sun, and it allows us to monitor them in a really good way. That's our flow. I'm not recommending it or prescribing it as the best way to process garlic. It just makes sense in our reality where we've got a huge amount of garlic and a very small space. This garage is ridiculous and kind of messy, but we're able to process around 5,000 to 8,000 heads of garlic in here, and then turn it back into something else later. We'll do an update once we are at that place where we've gone through these. We'll weigh them and think through what it is we plan to ship and share with people. And so stay tuned for that video. Let me know if you've got questions. Also, please share other ways that you process garlic that works well for you, and what sort of issues you see with ours so we can evolve it too.